Chargers. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. No gain on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And some space to move right away as he's hauled away up to the 30. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and nothing much materializing there. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, go Lion.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Once more, Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now Herbert going to shift his guys around. And they'll go on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card. We're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your #1 guy on their #1 guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw here. The short throw pulled in by Woods. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, #1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. 40 yards. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for L.A. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here.
72 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Back to throw now on 1st down. They'll find Taylor. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor. They'll get this to about the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to come from like a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Taking it right down Broadway. Jonathan Taylor with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert off of play action, rolling to his left. And that one going to come up short, low throw.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
20, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Colts are able to add on to their first-half lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Past the 20. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 48 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. First and 10, Taylor now. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They run once more with Taylor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 134 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 more yards there and another first down. Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. On the slant, he's got Hardman. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2.
and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Set. 380. Green out. What is it?
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
This pass caught. It's Woods. Still going.
And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
162 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
19 tight.
2nd and 14. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. 77 yards.
And the Colts have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But no, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Racing to the end zone.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now.
So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a 2nd and 2.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
After the run, now Herbert to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Glover. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from...
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Herbert.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Hey, Kappa.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days... They get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Check white.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's low.
And this throw will be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
Ready, set.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the 4th, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show off their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Love, they go play action now. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. On play action. Love to throw. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. He got 29 yards that time. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Firing quickly out wide is Love. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Finds Johnston. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your...
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Herbert now. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They said beginning of the season